Hi, I'm Joel McInnes, and I want to take you through a bit of a journey about my life in regards to the 4215. Here we go. All right, so 1988, moved to the Gold Coast with my mum and my sister, and moved to O'Doherty Ave, just off Johnson Street. Johnson Street, we're going to talk a lot about that. So we lived there. Then after a few years, moved down to High Street, and right down there near Railway Street, and we moved across the road. So this is all government housing, single parent with two kids. And I used to ride my bike around Railway Street, right in the thick of it on Scarborough Street, where the Chappelle Colby's family used to have the fish and chip shop, for those of you who remember that. And then we moved back up the other end of Johnson Street to another government housing house in Woomera Crescent, and this other place I loved. Lived there for many years. A lot of my friends, young basketball friends, will know that. Back in the day when I was at High Street, I used to ride my bike down the road to Lawson Street, to where the basketball stadium was, and yeah, big part of my life, that old Gold Coast basketball stadium on Lawson Street. Right, so then after I finished school, we're still living in Woomera Crescent. My mum moved out, and me and a couple of mates lived there, and I went to Griffith University. Great place to live. I used to have a great time at Woomera, cruising over to Griffith University to the old Veranda Bar. And then after this, I actually moved up to Parkwood. We had a place at Arundel, now it's Melbourne Road. Right, so then next joint I lived in, it was in Little Norman Street. Those of you who know Southport, that's right in the thick of it. Pretty dodgy place we lived in for a while at uni. Just stayed there with a mate for a couple of months. Yeah, right in the thick of it. Then we moved back onto High Street for another place just off north of North Street, or Smith Street Extended. Most people probably know about that. Lived there in Marina Apartments. Thing. And great place there. Lived there for many years at uni. Great parties. Really good, great fun place to live with my boy Jono. Then finally met my wife Kerry, and we ended up moving to a place just off Little Lloyd Street, just down there in this terrible little unit. So another place there. Right. So then moved up to Roanoke Bay for a bit, and then before we went overseas, we moved back to 4215 right near Kebra Park to Pilliga Street, Kerry's mum's place. So I lived there right there next to Kebra. Great place there. I only lived there for a little bit. So yeah, we did a couple of years overseas, had a good time in Europe, come back, and straight to Labrador. And we moved into Robert Street, lived in a place there for many years. Once again, great place, great memories with lots of friends. And that was back when I was working for Griffith University. Great place to work then. Was organising all the multicultural clubs and organising all the social activities at university. And for many years we were looking for a place, and we finally had our first daughter, Hunter, and that's when we moved to Grace Avenue, where we've lived for the last 9 years. So 15 years as a Labradorian, and I'm very proud to say I've been back in the 40.5 for another 15 years. Yeah, so I just want to put this up, let you guys know who I am, where I've lived, and how much 41.5 experience I've had. I could go in great detail, but I just wanted a quick hitter to show you all the places in the 41.5. I probably missed. I used to run the Marie's Pizza on Scarborough Street for many years, and I also worked at the Eagle Boys and Best of Less at Australia Fair, so plenty of jobs around the 4215 as well. So yeah, just want to give you a little snapshot of who I am. Check out my website if you want to know more details about why I'm running, what I stand for. Yeah, I hope you can come out and vote. And listen, if you appoint me, I'll do my very best to represent you guys, the locals of Labrador and Southport, 4215, the community, and the greater Gold Coast community. All right. Thanks for your time. Appreciate you listening. Cheers.